Hello YouTube, welcome to my YouTube channel, Anna Bella, and this year I'm going to be comparing the new journal edition of the Come Follow Me for Home and Church. This year it's Doctrine and Covenants for 2025 with the Book of Mormon, which was 2024. Okay, pages, yeah, loads and loads of blob. Pages, we have, this one. This particular edition has singing time. This one has 288 pages. Then the rest is just A4 sheets for you to do stuff on. Okay. And there's the contents. See? 287. Pages 288 are in that one. This one has got significantly more pages. This one has, she says, while trying to find it, could go to the front, but you know, that would be too easy. Life should not be easy. We have 333 pages, and if we go to the contents page, yeah. Oh, look, some stuff. Here we go. You will see 332. It's actually 333. And what do we have? We have very, very similar stuff. So we've got conversion is our goal, using Come Follow Me for home and church. And then you've got ideas for improving learning at home and church. And then you've got, so they... ideas home, so that's a new section, section 5. You don't have it. You don't have it in the Book of Mormon version, which is nice. They've put that back in because that was in the original ones, which is really good. Then, at the back, you've got appendices. So, parents, Covenant Path for Children, primary, Covenant Path for Children, primary. So basically, how singing time should be laid out in the sacrament meeting presentation that primary do. And then the agenda for young women and Aaronic priesthood quorum classes. And I think that's pretty much the same at the bottom here. Yeah. Which makes sense, to be fair. It is interesting to note that we have Easter. Check. And we have Christmas. Check. This is the Book of Mormon scripture. This is Doctrine and Covenants, which will be the one from the lovely quad. Got New Testament, Old Testament, Doctrine and Covenants, Pearl of Great Price, and Book of Mormon in here. And next year it's Doctrine and Covenants because we rotate them. You know, every year we change. So you've got Easter again in here. And Christmas in there, which is very nice. And what they seem to have done, which I really like, is they've basically fused the Doctrine and Covenants children's colouring book with the Come Follow Me manual. It's so nice because I just like it that it's bigger and you've got space to write down the side. But I am a little annoyed, again, that they've taken away like the little bit there for you to like write initial impressions, which is a tad annoying. Yeah, I know. I've started already. Yeah. Eclecticness is myself. So that's a bit annoying because they've done that in here as well. So you get a section on whatever it is. This is Nephi 3, 20 to 26. This is for the youth. The youth have that little prayer book. And then ideas for children. A picky. And then an activity that can be coloured in or make, whatever. And it's the same throughout. That's the Book of Mormon one. Controversial picture on the front cover, apparently. I can't see why. I really can't. People need to get lives. And this is the journal edition. They've put it there. They've changed the colour. So we're now in this nice tealy blue. New church logo. Risen Christ. Very nice. Call Me By My Name is the artwork. So you've got the first vision where Joseph sees the Father and the Son in the sacred grove. Journal edition down there. Still not covering all the pages though. at the side. It's a tad annoying, but this is so nice. The ring binding one makes it so much easier to photocopy, people, rather than the bound one. Just saying. Okay. So that is that. And let's say Doctrine and Covenants section 20 to 22. So you've got ideas for at home. Have they got a youth bit in here? Yeah, a little youth bit there. Then ideas for teaching children. And then picture. And then cute little activity. Oh, look, you get to glue people's arms on and wave them. Excellent. And it's the same layout for Doctrine and Covenants 20 to 26. But does this have a youth? Sometimes they always have a youth one now. Whereas before it was just sort of like everybody had to, it was not clear. So that's nice that they've done that. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So there you go. Youth and adult Sunday school classes. Yeah. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. It is bigger. And then after we've done, in 2024, it'll either be New Testament or Old Testament with some of the Pearl of Great Price thrown in with the Old Testament for good measure. But as you can see, you've got some Joseph Smith history there because that is, that's actually in the Pearl of Great Price. But it's the same thing, similar difference in DC, and then it's there again. Easter. What I am a bit mystified at, oh look, and down here we've got Articles of Faith, Official Declarations 1 and 2, Family Proclamation to the World, and Christmas. And the first section is actually a new section. I know, it's like, how can you have new? Welcome to the Restoration. It's ongoing and we get stuff all the time. The Restoration of the Fullness of the Gospel of Jesus Christ. And this one was, proclamation was read by President Russell M. Nelson as part of his message at the 190th Annual General Conference, April 5th, 2020 in Salt Lake City, Utah. So they released that, and that celebrates basically 200 years since everything kicked off, which is okie dokie by me. Why not? So the Restoration of Fullness of the Gospel of Jesus Christ. Yeah, I've already done that. Sorry. Oh, and I've also started colouring. Fun times. Yeah. But I have noticed that a lot of the activities at the back are matches or put stuff in them. Yeah, they are more sort of, puzzles, which is cool. Oh, look, we can build the Kirkland Temple and stuff. But I am liking it. The pictures do change. They are not the same every year. Though sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. Look at this. Fluffy clouds. So the pictures do change. And you're like, why? And it's like, because it does. And also the information changes year by year. It is not the same. Look, people. So that is that. I like the journal editions. I would like it if they went back to actually having the little section there where you could record your impressions like they initially did, but I fully understand why they've got red. If you get the journal edition, you don't need it because you've got it there. I just like writing all round because you could buy a separate journal, but then that would be 3 things. At the moment, all I need is scriptures, excuse me, for the belching. But hey. You've got scriptures and you've got this and you've got space to write. And if you need more, you've got, a couple of pages at the back, which I really like. But I don't think if you had a separate journal, it would be, you'd need your Come Follow Me in manual, your journal and your scriptures. And that would be a lot. Whereas this is just like, it's combi. And I mean, to be fair, you've got Gospel Library app that you can go on. You've got the church's website. You've got Book of Mormon app with links to Book of Mormon videos that you can watch, and then you can listen to the Book of Mormon, or you can actually read it with your eyes. So, I mean, there are so many options available to us now, and I'm really excited because when we were studying the Old Testament and the New Testament, they produced new animated videos for the kids alongside, because they've got New Testament videos. They call it Bible videos, but it's New Testament of Jesus's ministry. death and resurrection and Gethsemane and everything. And the Book of Mormon videos, they've only just sort of been finished, because obviously they filmed quite a bit before the pandemic, and they were going to release them when we first started doing this. Then the pandemic hit, and they couldn't film some of the stuff. So this year we've had Ether come out, and then we've also had Stripling Warriors and various other bits, and the title of Liberty and blah, blah, blah. And stories that they weren't able to film purely because of lockdowns and things. I can't believe that we're in 2025, well, we're going into 2025, and the impact of COVID has affected one religious group's ability to make Book of Mormon videos. They have been releasing them, the new ones, and I have seen majority of them. The Jaredites, we're going through that. That would be Ether, for those that don't know. So that is that. Doctrine and Covenants next year. Loving this. Very nice. It's just so much easier. You can like open it and and yeah, most wards will give you a manual, but it won't be like this or as thick, and you won't be able to photocopy. So the best thing about this is, say you've got 6 children or whatever, you can flip it and then whack it on your photocopier, whereas if it's in a regular binding, you would struggle to do that. So that's that. Yeah, sometimes I get a bit bored and just do some stuff in it, even though people are like, but you've not done some of this. Where it's like, we can always go back. You can always go back and faff about. Yeah, and I mean, it's interesting because they do Book of Mormon colouring books and scripture colouring books with the main sort of theme in, and it's interesting here that they've started to apply that very clearly to this. So this is the Kirkland Temple. The temple is the house of the Lord, and it gives you very clearly where you can go in your scripture quad to find the quote and then the activities underneath, and that's exactly what they do in the colouring books. Obviously it isn't going to be a cut and stick, it's usually sort of a maze or a colouring one, but I particularly like this one this year. This is Doctrine and Covenants 34-5, so it's all about government and the law. Shocker! See, look, Doctrine and Covenants 133 to 334, and its governments were instituted of God for the benefit of mankind, or humanity, if you want to include women. And then you've got put a dot on the map to show where you live and draw your country's flag. So there's that and there's that. But I didn't put a dot, I coloured it because, you know, there you go. I also didn't colour the Republic of Ireland because that isn't part of the United Kingdom. So, and that's their choice, and it's Northern Ireland's choice whether they are or not part of the UK or independent. Look, there's America. Voila. And Canada's there. And South Africa's there. Yeah, so it's quite nice. So that's quite cool. But it just shows the globalness of the church that they've actually had to do that. And also, and it says here, and discuss with someone why it's important to obey the laws of your country. So I like that. They've recognised that not everybody lives in the Utah bubble or in the USA. In fact, more members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints don't. It's very interesting what's going on within Mormonism as a whole, even though people don't like to use the word anymore. So that's interesting. So anyway, that's basically it. So this is Book of Mormon edition, Doctrine and Covenants 1, and it's a lot clearer actually. I think that they've really, really worked hard on getting these right. Not that the earlier ones weren't right. They were very adult orientated or individual orientated. Whereas now I think that they've got 3 sections. So you've got the kids section, you've got the youth bit, you've got the adult bit there. It's really good. So you've got 3 levels, and then you've got a picky, and then you've got an activity that can be done by anybody, which is really nice. Because I think that we've sort of got to get away from all this never-ending reading. Because when you add it all up, you've got scriptures to read, you've got a manual to read, then you might have to write a journal, and it's all very wordy. And I'm liking the fact that we're bringing in some colouring activities, some puzzles for people who aren't as literate, or for people who aren't, who reading and writing stuff isn't the way they learn, because people learn in different ways. So the visual learners, we've got the videos, so you can, watch that whilst having your scriptures out or go into a key bit. So there's loads to do. Anyway, I've babbled enough about Come Follow Me and the new journal edition. You can get it at Deseret Book. I always get mine sort of early because, then I can faff about in December when I should be doing Christmas with it. But it's fun. And that's that. So this is the end of the video. Please like, comment and subscribe. And yes, somebody's probably going to moan about something or something. And that's what people do. They like to moan. So bye.